You're tuning in to Floridian Rollo. I'm your host, Floridian Rollo, and I'm coming at you with another live stream. Well, Epic, once again, we got to talk about Epic. Epic decided to do a reaction to RingoTv, and you're going to hear some things that I told you about Epic he admitted in this video. He's going to admit some things that will be shocking to y'all. Not shocking to me, shocking to y'all. So without further ado, let's get through this video.
I believe there's some things that even you are not aware of. Are you familiar with a guy named Ingersoll Lockwood?
He's trying to say Ringo don't know his homework. He's saying that RingoTv doesn't do his homework. See, this guy defends Nubreed so much that he don't defend Christ. He don't defend the Bible. Epic doesn't defend Christ. Epic doesn't defend God. Epic doesn't defend the truth. He's defending a man who has a track record of being in sin. He's defending a man who messed around with a lot of women and not taking care of responsibility of his own kids. Why would you want to follow a man like that? What does that say about you, Epic? Let's continue.
It's education time now. You're probably not familiar with the guy named Ingersoll Lockwood. You like to fact check things. Why don't you take the time and Google Ingersoll Lockwood? And if you don't feel like doing that, I'll go on ahead and tell you exactly who he is. Stop. Ingersoll Lockwood, he was a lawyer, but he was also a popular writer. He wrote a series of children's books. The children's books were popular.
Notice what Epic got in the back of the background. If you look at the back of the background, Epic got some interesting things that he claimed he don't worship, he don't do. Yet in the background, it says it all about Epic. Let's continue.
Because of a character named Baron Trump. Baron Trump was a time traveler. You like to fact check things, fact check that, and also fact check the 700-year-old gargoyled head in the UK that resembles Donald Trump. Where am I going with this? I'm going someplace with this. Absolutely I am. Because you're a very smart guy, but I believe when it comes to this, you're clueless. You like to...
He's saying that Ringo is a smart guy, yet he's clueless in certain things. Ringo's not clueless. Y'all the ones who's clueless as to what's going on. You folks that's defending Nubreed are clueless as to what happened, what transpired, and what he's doing currently right now. This is not something new. Y'all falling for the okie doke. Let's continue.
Say that people are crazy. Well, everything that I'm telling you, you can fact check it. Now, yes, this was a novel based off of fiction. But for those that have the real eyes to realize the real lies, you can realize the real lies.
This is the same person that had the Make America Great hat on. This is the same individual upon his return on YouTube when he quote unquote say he took a hiatus. Somebody got him a place. We was, happy he got a place. Yet and still, upon my research, Epic had someone help him get a place to move into for the time being. Now, he did have a dog. We thought he was hallucinating when it comes to the dog. He did have a dog. So it is true he had a dog when he was homeless. All right, let's continue.
Because this all ain't a coincidence. Donald Trump's son's name is Little Baron Trump. Let's put some more together, because Trump is really close with Elon. In 1952, Werner von Braun, he wrote a book called Mission to Mars. And guess what the name of the government was, Ringo? Elon. You guessed it. Now let's continue to put it together.
Ain't nobody going to no other planets. There's a thing that God put. The only one that's going to and fro is Satan for the time being. He's going to and fro. He's the only one that's going to and fro. Ain't nobody of that caliber, Elon or Trump, nobody's going to Mars. Stop it. There's a furnace between the heavens. Ain't nobody going to no other planet. Now, yes, there's a planet hell. There's a judgment planet. There's other things that Enoch talked about. However, the ones that went through the furnace was Enoch, Moses, and what's his name? That went into the world fire. Elijah, that we know of. Okay, let's continue.
Because who was there to recover Nikola Tesla's schematics, blueprints, all of his work? That was John G. You guessed it.
They got that from the Bible. A lot of the information they coded from the Bible and from the book of Enoch. And there's a lot of things that they have taken out the Bible. That's why the Most High said he will put it in our hearts and our spirits to know certain things that it's not in the book. The point is they got that a lot of that information from decoded from our fathers and mothers who see certain things, from the Egyptians, from other colonizing. So that's nothing new. There's nothing new under the sun, like the book of Ecclesiasticus. This is nothing new. Let's go.
Again, Trump. Let's put it all together. Because what we got now is Donald Trump and Elon. And when people say certain things, like Brother Nubreed in one of his videos said that AI is going to take over the government. If you had the eyes to see and you actually knew something, not saying that you don't, you know what? I take that back. That was wrong. But what I mean is, if you actually knew something like what I'm talking about, then maybe you would be doing things different. Because
see how they want to control, how these entities want to control Ringo, control his channel, control his narrative, control his thoughts, as to say he's dumb, he don't know what's going on, he's not transparent. That's what Epic is saying. And that's far from the truth. Let's continue.
Let's look at how it all adds up. In the 1800s, we had a novel about Little Baron Trump. In the early 1900s, we had John G. Trump. And then we had a novel, then we had a book written by Werner von Braun talking about Elon and the government. And now Elon is affiliated with the government, no? Now here's why I said all of this. Because I said I'll get back to addressing the defense. I defend you because I don't believe that you knew all of that. I don't believe that you mindfully wear the Trump hat, the Make America Great Again hat, because you big up Trump a lot. You defend Trump a lot, right? You defend Trump a lot.
Ringo defends truth. Get your information correct. What does Nubreed say that is true? Ringo defends truth. If it's not making sense to him, he will talk about it. And it's up to the person to correct themselves. When he sees that he's wrong, what does Ringo do? He take accountability. Nubreed not once took accountability. I don't want to hear about no fake posts and fake apologies. he has not taken accountability. Your man has not taken accountability, Epic. There's a lot of things Trump be saying that is true. There's a lot of things going on that he be saying is true, and a lot of y'all don't like that. Even some of his own constituents, we come to find out, don't like certain things he talk about. Let's continue.
You say I defended Nubreed. You defend Trump a lot. You defend Trump a lot.
He defends truth. Y'all don't defend truth. That's the difference. When it's true, it doesn't matter who it comes from. The truth is the truth. That's why a lot of y'all don't listen. Listen, you could learn some things from people. You don't have to agree with them 100%. You could learn from that person. There's some things that they could add on to your life. That's the problem with many of you. You're stubborn and stiff-necked. Let's continue.
And take it all the way back to the 1800s from where I started to where we are right now, 2025. Fact check everything that I said. And if that's not Masonic, my friend, then I don't know what is. Because those pictures, those people that Nubreed was those pictures of Nubreed with the guys with the Masonic hand symbols, they're nothing compared to Donald Trump, John.
They are Edomites like you are. They are Edomites like you are. Edomites is the one who brought the Confederacy against Jacob and got the other nations to go against Jacob, the seed of Jacob. So miss me with that. The first one to do masonry was the Edomites. The Confederacy, Edomites, they black. The devil is black. Miss me with the nonsense. Yes, there's evil of other ethnicities, cultures. You could simplify that. Yet the main core conspirator is the black devil. He's the head honcho. And he has children like you. And daughters like you. Let's continue.
G. Trump, Werner von Braun, Elon Musk. These are superstars in conspiracy. Would have been theory, but it actually came to fruition. What Werner von Braun wrote about came into fruition. Elon is tied in with the government. No?
And you tied with the Boule. You tied with the Boule. Your man's Nubreed been with the Boule. It's just all coming out right now. We all seeing the play. And you mad about that. Let's continue.
So when you wear a Trump hat, it looks very hypocritical for you to make a big deal about what he represents, and you wear that hat in most of your videos. I didn't look at the videos and what you wearing a hat and say
you're lying. So if you didn't look in the video, how you know about it? You contradicting yourself. You're lying again. How you know if he's wearing a mega hat if you didn't know? If you're not watching those videos, you're lying. Watch how he tells on himself.
Oh, Ringo's a sellout because he's wearing a Trump hat. I'm not that simple, bro. I'm not that simple. I might chuckle and be like, dude's crazy wearing a Trump hat. But I know it's a method to your madness. I feel deep down inside you do know better, but you're smart enough, you know that draws attention.
You just jealous he gets more views, more support, and he's very well known. And the people know about you because New Busty introduced us to you. At the same time, New Busty ain't got no say. New Busty is not moving correctly, and so are you not moving correctly. Let's go.
I don't believe that you are in bed with Trump at all. But a lot of the people,
for you to say that you believe he's in bed with these people, why would you come out and say that if he wasn't?
that view you discredit you for wearing that hat because they're affiliating you with Trump. They're saying you're a Trump supporter. I think pretty much you're saying you're a Trump supporter. So that's a lot of hypocrisy, big bro. Because Donald Trump is not Mother Teresa.
Oh my gosh. And there it is with the etology talk. Putting the woman over the man. Putting the woman over the man. Y'all see this? You see where this is going? They saying that Ringo is effeminate, yet this is effeminate talk. This is effeminate trait talk right here. Which Ringo is not effeminate. The point is that's what they were saying. That's not true about Ringo. Yet this is effeminate talk right here. He's not Mother Teresa. Oh my gosh. I'm telling you. You can't make this up. And no, I do not have issues with women that's doing their thing. The point is that he's trying to say that she's holier and Trump has a lot of sin with him. And they're trying to say Ringo has a lot of sin. That's madness, y'all tell you. Madness.
He's not Mother Teresa. He is not the flagship, you understand what I'm saying, for what Christ speaks about. He literally said, I'm going to hell. So when you're wearing a hat of a man that said that I'm...
Just because he said that doesn't mean that we know where he's going. Oh my gosh. Y'all be taking things out of context. Basically, what Trump is saying is if things don't get in order in this country, it could go to hell. He's speaking in code. Oh my gosh. I'm telling you. These people, man, have no clue how to speak in code.
Going to hell. A lustful man with a model wife, a disrespectful man.
He's jealous that Trump got a model wife, y'all. This dude is jealous that Trump has a model wife. And he's talking about Trump being lustful. It's nothing wrong being lustful if you're doing it the correct way. It's nothing wrong being lustful if you're doing it the correct way. You just jealous you haven't had a model woman in your life. Is that what it is, Epic? I mean, my goodness, this is crazy. Let's go.
Then how can you talk about another person? And how can you have...
How come you talk about Ringo? Why are you worrying about what Ringo is saying about Nubreed when Nubreed's in the wrong? You have not even met Nubreed. This is the crazy part. You have not met him that we know of. That we know of. The point is that you're sticking up for a person that won't even give you an opportunity to do better in life. That dude is for self. Nubreed don't care about nobody, only his own well-being. That's it. You know what it's like? People do flattery money. They try to do the flatter money. See, I don't know about that. People will flatter with your money and still got some deep rooted hatred for you. You know, because he talked about, oh, I supported Ringo. Ringo supported me. And so he was like, I hate the fact that I supported Ringo. He was never a brother to Ringo. He supported me before. He hated me. He supported Brainwaves before. He hated him. So Epic think he got it clear dealing with this devil because Epic is also a devil too.
Have the audacity to say this person's defending this person. When you defend Trump, let me know where I went wrong at any point in this video. Do you not defend Trump? So don't say I defend somebody. When you defend when you feel it's appropriate, when you feel it's right. And I do the same thing. Trump don't need you to defend him and Breed don't need me to defend him. You're just making the content because that's what you want. And these videos are for real. I'm not.
No, you're not for real. And I'm making content about you. You don't want to mention my name. Why are you scared to mention my name, Epic? Epic, I've been calling you out. I stopped calling you out for a long time. I'm calling you out. Why you ain't mentioning me? You remember you said, oh yeah, I saw Ringo's peoples in the train. You was scared to say my name. I'm not scared to say your name, Epic. Your boy Nubreed scared to say my name too. He sneaked this. I'm calling you out, Epic. What you gonna do now? I'm calling you out. And I'm saying that somebody helped you get that place. You didn't get that place on your own. Let's go.
Monetizing these videos. So a lot of the times I think that you're just looking to get paid also.
What's wrong with getting paid? Because you monetize your videos. People are so much hypocritical. So much of a hypocrite. Jealous of the man making money. Just because you're not making the money correctly. You're not making money correctly. You're making money off lies. He's making money telling the truth. And that's why his money lasts longer than yours. Because, see, when people support you, y'all get jealous with the support Ringo gets, right? Y'all get super jealous of it. Because y'all don't move correctly. So nobody's going to support you correctly. You get what I'm saying? Let's continue.
I believe that you're intelligent enough to say things that have tremendous levels of shock value, and it draws in attention. So, in conclusion, this is not about me defending somebody. Because who's going to defend you when somebody accuses you? The things that you're accusing him of, somebody's accusing you of.
Ringo tells it like it is, and I tell it like it is. And you, Epic, is out of pocket, as always. Whatever Breed promised you, you ain't going to get it because he did it before. He left you stranded. And he just using you or anybody else to do the dirty work, to act like he's clean with his channel. Did not the guy say that he's not going to do videos about Ringo specifically or us? Yet, like Ringo stated, he put all those videos back up. Yet he's a coward to put the video out that he crashed out on. He's a coward to put that back on his main channel. He's a coward. Let's continue.
Christ knows what he's talking about. You're talking about one person like there's not a speck in your eye.
He's trying to say that Ringo is in sin, and Ringo's not in sin. Ringo's not in sin at all. Another thing I meant to say, he crashed out on his backup channel, the entertainment channel, not the main channel. I have to correct the situation. So I see Italian Mamba, Mrs. Eldridge, how you doing? Make sure y'all like the video. All right, let's continue.
And all of the viewers can see that. They can see the hypocrisy. I don't believe you want to be a hypocrite. Sometimes you get so caught up and so passionate and so stubborn and so bullheaded on what you feel, what you believe is right, that you can kind of just block off everything without realizing a lot of things. Like the things that I shared with you in the beginning of this video. Because what you support, or it appears that you support this.
This sneak dissing is crazy, y'all. I'm telling you, is it worth it? Is it worth making yourself look worse, Epic? You're not repping New York City correctly, man. You're an entity that is down with that new lazy dude. Let's continue.
I don't literally recall at this point me hearing you say you support Trump literally, but I hear you say that you want to make America great again. But it's an affiliation because he's the one that said that.
Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. This guy don't want America to be great again. Not once he talked about God, not once he talked about Christ. Just like Nuke broke. Don't talk about God and Christ. And when they do, it's a sneak diss to them. They're not sincere about God and Christ. They sneak this in the Heavenly Father and Christ too. They got to pay for that. Let's go.
So you can't be a hypocrite, big bro. Now, I seen that you did a video. This is bad. Prosecutor of evil defends Nubreed connected to evil or something like that. I didn't watch that video.
If you didn't watch it, how you know about the title of the video or what Ringo was saying about Nubreed, which was true? How did you know about the video? Because you watch. These people, man, be making stuff up as if they doing something important, like they out here making moves. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Let's go.
I didn't watch that video because I'm in a different space right now with you. You know
Different space. What?
that I'm subscribed to you, the way I'm subscribed to Nubreed. Nubreed connected to evil or something like that. I didn't watch that video. You did a video, this is bad, prosecutor of evil defends Nubreed connected to evil or something like that. I didn't watch that video. I didn't watch that video because I'm in a different space right now with you. You know that I'm subscribed to you, the way I'm subscribed to Nubreed. Nubreed cannot tell me to unsubscribe from you. You can't tell me to unsubscribe from you. You can't tell me to unsubscribe from Nubreed. I watch our brothers because I get something out of it.
What do you get out of it, Epic? What do you get out of it? Tell us what you get out of this situation.
Let me have a moment of clarity right now. And you might take this and use it as a diss. But I don't care about that. I care about transparency.
If you didn't care about it, why you making mention about it? Because you care what people say. Stop lying. Let's go.
Transparency. You ask a lot of times, why does this person watch my video? But let me tell you exactly why I watch your videos.
Here we go.
And why I started watching your videos.
Here we go.
I started watching your videos because, let me tell you something, I'm not no hater. You had the nicest studio setup that I've seen on YouTube.
He's doing the flattery talk at the same time. He can't stand Ringo. This is what they do. This is what these entities do. They have to flatter you somewhat to make it seem like they're not disrespecting you. Yet he's disrespecting Ringo. You can hear it in the tone of his voice. Let's go.
And I like things set up like that. I had a music studio, the way you have a music studio. That's another thing that I like to watch. When I
So you had the same music studio Ringo had, really? So you copying the man's style? You know what's crazy? Ringo was wearing a particular hat. Now you was wearing the hat at one particular time. I'm telling you, man. These flip-floppers, these double-minded folks, I tell you, it's something with them.
See you going through the music studio, I like that. If we were in a perfect world, if there were no issues and we were friendly next door neighbors, I would be the first to be like, yo, your grass is dope. How did you get it that green? You have an automatic photo shoot for a commercial. All you got to do is take a picture of your house compared to the neighborhood's lawn and just write, let me help you make a difference. Because you're...
You don't know what Ringo is doing behind the scenes. That's between him and God and Christ and his family. Or whoever he shares that with, that seems fit. You have no clue what that man's doing behind the scenes. Y'all just think Ringo just do YouTube and cut the grass and that's it. That's what these haters are saying. Ringo, all he does is live streams or videos and cut the grass. He don't do nothing else. How do you know that? If Ringo was to say a tenth of what he does, y'all won't even have a channel no more. I don't be in that man's business. I know he's taking care of his family, and rightfully so. At the same time, if he was to tell a tenth of what he really does besides what he's doing, y'all won't even have a channel to talk about him no more. Y'all keep giving him ammunition because you're telling yourself. That's what these entities do. And they get mad when he decides your information instead of y'all getting yourselves corrected. If I have any issues with Ringo, which I don't, I will talk to him behind the scenes about it. Likewise with brainwaves. They will do the same thing with me. We will not put it out in the public. Or anybody I deal with in particular. That's between me and them and God in Christ. Y'all did the fake play of disliking each other. And then come to find out y'all did a skit. That's how we know that you're full of crap, man. You won't even call out the skit you did on Nubreed. Let's continue.
Because it looked good. I watched because I want to be a homeowner one day. I'm not now. You saw I was living in, I was homeless.
Did you hear that? Epic told the truth. Here's the confirmation. Listen.
I was compared to the neighborhood blonde, and just right, let me help you make a difference. Because it looked good. I watched because I want to be a homeowner one day. I'm not now. You saw I was living in, I was homeless.
Now, people, when are you going to give me my credit? When people going to give me my credit? Epic just admitted that he said that he was homeless. No, I said that on the internet. I said Epic is homeless. I'm the first one to say Epic was homeless. Well, I'm going to get my credit. Not only my credit, well, I'm going to get my support. Epic just told y'all the truth. He said he was homeless while he was watching Ringo at the time. So Nubreed did not motivate you to figure out how to get a place. It was Ringo that got you figuring out how to get a place, which I still believe you got to do somebody you know that help you get the place. The point is that he sparked you to get your ASS out of those streets. You had a dog to get back on your feet. And you still disrespecting this man? I noticed you ain't say Nubreed helped you. And I said it in my video last year that Nubreed is not helping this dude. And you went to saw, may God strike me dead, said that somebody they knew was homeless. So your Wichita knows Epic. I believe your Wichita knows, you waka, as Brainwaves and Ringo would say, knows this person somehow, some way. Maybe the wife he's married to, that's his relative, Epic's relative, cousin, or whatever the case may be. I don't put nothing past these people. They don't question me when I talked about Mark the Messenger and the woman he's with, and New Busty, the woman he's with, they cousins. They never said I lied. They never said I lied. They never said I lied. They never came on camera and said Rollo's lying. Not even a woman said I lied. So Epic just said what I told y'all. He said he was homeless. I got ridiculed. And Epic just told y'all what I said last year. Listen again.
You have an automatic photo shoot for a commercial. All you got to do is take a picture of your house compared to the neighborhood blonde and just write, let me help you make a difference. Because it looked good. I watched because I want to be a homeowner one day. I'm not now. You saw I was living in, I was homeless.
Nobody in the chat saying anything. The chat is quiet. Why the chat is quiet? What's going on with the chat? Why the chat is quiet? The man just said he was homeless. I was correct. He was homeless for a while. And nobody coming in the chat said, wow, you did say that. I don't understand why the chat is so quiet. All it takes is for you to type and say, I heard the video. I heard what he just said. It is what it is. I don't know what's people. I tell you, I don't know what's people. Let me rewind it back again. Listen.
If there were no issues and we were friendly next door neighbors, I would be the first to be like, yo, your grass is dope. How did you get it that green? You have an automatic photo shoot for a commercial. All you got to do is take a picture of your house compared to the neighborhood blonde and just write, let me help you make a difference. Because Because it looked good. I watched because I want to be a homeowner one day. I'm not now. You saw I was I was homeless.
There it is. There it is. There's the proof. Let's go.
I watch you because my family fell apart. And all I have is one son.
Okay, he said he got one son. Listen.
And one daughter. I don't like to say stepdaughter, but I was in her life since she was 4.
So you got with a woman that had a kid, and then you had a son with her. Okay, let's go.
And we were together for 20 years. And so when I see you with your family, your wife, I'm like, man, this brother held it together, and his situation was much more difficult.
What he's saying is he wished he had a family like Ringo had. In retrospect, he's not fond of the woman he had a kid with. Just like Nubreed is not fond of the children of the woman he has. Because he's speaking for Nubreed too, in code. They see Ringo's taking care of his family and children. And they didn't have the capacity to do what he did. There it is. And see, nobody's going to give me credit when I talk about that there's a lot of men who have kids doesn't mean that they're family men. When else I'm going to get my credit? When else I'm going to get my support? When else I'm going to get my credit? When I'm going to get my support? I get tired of the disrespect. When I called out certain events that happened, certain situations that was going on in the YouTube space, off the YouTube space, only few people give me credit and say, Rollo, yeah, you did say that. I'm not asking for money. I'm asking where to support at. When the people in the chat going to tell other people that's going to view, Rollo, I remember you saying that. That's facts. You did say that. It's like people, 11:11, confirmation. It's like people don't want to give me my credit and like, yo, let me hit Rollo off with something because he did say that. Epic is revealing, just like I said with Nubreed. I said Nubreed before all Brainwaves, Ringo, shout out to them. I said it before them, respectfully. And they gave me my props. Some of the people in the chat gave me my props. I said Nubreed lives in a Section 8 place. Later on, the Most High revealed to Brainwaves that the place is being rented out. It can't be rented out to nobody else. Come on now. I talked about the manosphere is going to have A-list and B-list chicks. The industry is going to meet the people in the manosphere. That came to fruition. I said the passport bros is going to have issues in other parts of the countries, other parts of the world. That came to fruition. I talked about the shutdowns going to happen in the world in 2020. That came to fruition. I talked about the fire that was going to come from Canada. It was going to hit all the states except Florida. That came to fruition. I talked about the North and the South separating. That's coming to fruition. Nobody wants to say, man, Rollo, I see what you're talking about. It's like I'm getting to a point I got to call these things out. Like I said Epic was homeless. Yeah, eventually now he's saying it now. And y'all got to give me my credit. I got insight. I be seeing things far. 11:11 again. Let me screenshot that. 11:11. That's confirmation. Come on now. I know about these relationships. I be knowing about the economics, getting myself situated to where I want to get to, remove all these people that's no longer in my life, is no longer in my life. The man just admitted he's homeless. And that Ringo inspired him to get out of that homelessness. Come on, man. Come on, man. Listen again.
You have an automatic photo shoot for a commercial. All you got to do is take a picture of your house compared to the neighborhood's lawn and just write, "Let me help you make a difference." Because it looked good. I watched because I want to be a homeowner one day. I'm not now. You saw I was homeless. I watch you because my family fell apart. And all I have is one son and one daughter. I don't like to say stepdaughter, but I was in her life since she was 4. And we were together for 20 years. And so when I see you with your family, your wife, I'm like, man, this brother held it together, and his situation was much more difficult. So I watch that because I admire that. So in conclusion, I watch because I admire the family structure. I admire the moving out of the hood and getting a home. That all of that stuff is inspirational. The only issue is certain content. But I'm not that simple that because you don't like me or I don't like some of the content.
Epic, nobody's hating on you. The issue with you is that you're not calling out Nubreed and his sin. You're not calling out Nubreed and his sin. Epic, you're not calling out Nubreed and his sin. He got something over you. It's obvious. We can see right through the play. I come from the streets back in the days, Epic. You can't fool me. And I was homeless, meaning I didn't have a place of my own. I had a hotel I stayed. When I came back to Florida, this is a true story. When I came back to Florida, December 11th, 2022, I stayed in hotels, and there's times I stayed in the car or I stayed in a hotel. Okay? Before I found out about Pass Split. True story. Then they let me run 2 homes for a while, and then I gave it over to somebody else because at the time, you know, I was managing 2 homes at one time. When I left Florida, I was managing for the owners for Pass Split for a certain amount of time. If I was lying, you don't think Ringo and Brainwaves would have called it out already? They would have been called it out. Everybody does background checks. So my point is that, dude, Ringo inspire you, yet you're not calling out the sins of Nubreed. You're trying to say that Ringo has lost his ways since he moved to North Carolina. There's a lot of people that used to say that in his chat. Ringo has not lost his ways. Ringo has matured more because he's in the South. So when you're in the South, it's a different ball game. And Ringo still got his New York ways about him when it comes to, like I say, observation. I have my New York ways about me, observation and how people move, yet I have my Southern hospitality. As long as people are respectful, I'm respectful to them. It's called maturity. You saying in your video that Ringo's not mature. To me, Ringo has mature. It's just that he's calling out the sin. That's what he's known to do throughout his YouTube career. So what are you surprised about? Because it's somebody you care about that don't care about you. Because evil don't care about evil. Anyway, let's continue.
That you make that I'm not prepared to learn, that I'm going to ignore what it is that I like. What I like is more important than what I don't like in this scenario. Seeing you with a family, it kind of fed me because I understand and appreciate that, being a person.
Here we go again. What do y'all see? What? 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 What do you see? There it is. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Let's continue. Let's go.
That was not able to hold it together. I will get it together, God willing. But when I see a brother that's held it together in a much more difficult circumstance for girls, that's hard. People need to be learning from that. A lot of people talk about your videos in which they don't like and you're this and you're obsessed, but there's so much to learn.
Those videos will come to fruition. And y'all still going to find fault when he does. This is the crazy part. I don't have no kids. Now, I dealt with women that had children or been with women that don't have children, right? And I have done more in most of these kids' life in that amount of time than you have done, Epic and Nubreed, all combined with your actual biological child. Real talk. Real talk. Yes, it's not easy to take care of a wife or children. The reason why he's great at it, because he has the capability and the mindset and the Most High know what he could deal with. See, y'all got your children to try to prove to the world you can have kids. Ringo had his children with his wife correctly. And I still say to this day, whoever the woman will be, will give Ringo his son. Ringo will have a son. Y'all can't stop that. I do believe Ringo will have a son in due season. That's between him, the Most High, his wife, and the children. All I'm saying is the man knows his stuff. Nubreed did not inspire you, Epic. Yet you're an entity. So entities is going to stick up for other entities. I tell you, you can't make this up, man. People tell on themselves. Anyway, let's go.
Like, wow. If anybody's into things, there's a lot that they could possibly learn. Like, for example, like I said, I want to build. I had a nice studio set up when I was living in the Bronx. Nothing like what you have, obviously, but it was nice. What you have, it was that in my mind because I put it together. And I know what it was like to go to big studios. I've been in Sound on Sound. I've been in Daddy's house, literally with Puffy. No Diddy.
Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa! You did talk about that. Pause. Let's go.
There's a lot that they could possibly learn. Like, for example, like I said, I want to build. I had a nice studio set up when I was living in the Bronx. Nothing like what you have, obviously, but it was nice. What you have, it was that in my mind because I put it together. And I know what it was like to go to big studios. I've been in Sound on Sound. I've been in Daddy's house, literally with Puffy. No Diddy. I've been in Quad. I've gotten the pleasure to see Missy Elliott. I've gotten the pleasure to be in studios with Bleak, Exhibit. That's my passion. So when I see how you got your studio set up, I'm like, yo, that's dope. Then you make videos that's very, very down to earth. When you're talking about situations with family, friends. I watch your videos and tune out to my personal experiences, the back and forth from back in the days and all of that. I'm not about to go there no more, but I will speak my mind. You know that. So I'm never going to be disrespectful because, like I said, at this point, you know what I'm saying? Your family might be watching these videos. Your girls might be watching these videos. So I'm not going to never come off disrespectful.
Then why you not telling your partner to repent, which he's in a retrobated mind at this point? Why you don't tell him that? Why you telling Ringo that? Why you ain't telling your mans that? Why you ain't telling, your mans that? You're being a hypocrite, Epic.
But as men, we have a right to express ourselves. And what I'm saying is, it's a little hypocritical. I'm not going to call it big time hypocritical because I'm like almost 100% sure that what I just...
Bedtime? Oh my goodness. This is some weird stuff.
family might be watching these videos. Your girls might be watching these videos. So I'm not going to never come off disrespectful. But as men, we have a right to express ourselves. And what I'm saying is, it's a little hypocritical. I'm not going to call it big time hypocritical because I'm like almost 100% sure that what I just said, you didn't know that. I wish I had the platform like you guys have.
There it is. Nah, I didn't hear this. This I didn't hear. He said he wished he had the platform Ringo had. Wow. Wow. This man don't want to work hard. He want things to be easily handed to him. He's one of those type of guys. Listen again, y'all. Listen.
So I'm not going to never come off disrespectful. But as men, we have a right to express ourselves. And what I'm saying is, it's a little hypocritical. I'm not going to call it big time hypocritical because I'm like almost 100% sure that what I just said, you didn't know that.
Sneak this and Ringo again. Let's continue.
I wish I had the platform like you guys have. Because there's powerful things that I know that I would love to share with people, like what I just shared with you. And if you did know that, I'm not going to say that I'm surprised or shocked because I know that you're a knowledgeable person. But it would be harder for you to justify why you're wearing that hat if you did know that. Brother Nubreed, me and my son been watching, bro, because of Brother Nubreed.
Oh, he mentioned my name. He mentioned my name, y'all. Uh-oh, he slipped and mentioned my name. Epic! You mentioned my name. Epic! He mentioned my name. What's up, Jay Wash? Jay Wash, what's happening? Epic mentioned my name, y'all. He finally had the cojones to mention my name. Him and his son watching me too. Uh-oh. Listen. Listen.
With people, like what I just shared with you. And if you did know that, I'm not going to say that I'm surprised or shocked because I know that you're a knowledgeable person. But it would be harder for you to justify why you're wearing that hat if you did know that. Brother Nubreed, me and my son been watching, bro, because of...
Yo, put a 5 in the chat if you heard Epic mention my name. Put a 5 in the chat if you heard Epic mention my name. Yo, oh, praise to the Most High. He had to say my name. You know you watch me, Epic. Epic. You told on yourself, Epic. Oh, man. Let me play that again. Oh, man, this is funny, man. You got to laugh, man. This is funny. Listen.
There's powerful things that I know that I would love to share with people, like what I just shared with you. And if you did know that, I'm not going to say that I'm surprised or shocked because I know that you're a knowledgeable person. But it would be harder for you to justify why you're wearing that hat if you did know that. Brother Nubreed, me and my son been watching, bro, because of...
Brother Nubreed, me and my son been watching Rollo. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Yo, this is crazy. Let's see what he say about me.
Brother Nubreed's why I even watched you.
Wow. So I inspire you too, Epic? Epic. But you still deal with that demon, man. I can't rock with that, man. You dealing with that entity. I can't rock with that, Epic. You flip-flopping.
Then I had a problem with some of the content you was making. But then I said, we're not going to be judgmental. If it's something you speaking about that I don't like, then I would just not watch it.
He's talking about if I say something about him that he don't like, he ain't gonna watch it. Yo, Epic, you still watching? You watching right now? You watching right now? Let's go.
Like right now, I seen you did a video. I said, you know what? I might not like what he have to say.
Wow. Wow, Epic. See, you said I did a video. You might not like what I had to say, Epic. 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 What do you mean you don't like what I say? Oh, snap. I wonder if he's going to mention brainwaves. Let's see what happens.
I don't feel like sponging in all of that stuff. I'm a demon and all of these different things you might have.
Oh, you remember what I said, Epic? Epic, you remember what I said? Epic! Epic, you was getting on me. Epic, you was getting on me. Oh my goodness, man. This let's go.
Called me. Maybe you didn't say anything like that in the video. I didn't watch the video.
You watched what I said because somebody told you. Somebody told you, or you watched it, liar.
Seen the title, this is bad, prosecutor of evil, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, there we go, Ringo then got cranked up. I don't know if you diss me, if you just were going through it, I really don't know. The reason why I'm not going to watch that video is because I don't want to react to a diss. I don't want to react to, anything.
I ain't talking about Ringo now. He's flipping back to Ringo. All right, let's continue.
Anything that might offend me and provoke me to want to make those type of videos again, I don't want to go there. I'm just, making this video because I want you to understand that it's not all about defending somebody. Because at the end of the day, who's going to defend you? People are saying that you're a hypocrite because you're affiliating yourself with Trump. And I just gave you historical facts that started from fiction that's pretty much reality. Werner von Braun, 2 writers writing books about a government named Elon that came into fruition, my man. The book about Little Baron Trump that came into fruition, my man. Does it not make no sense? Google the gargoyled head that is in UK that's 700 years old that looks like Trump. It is. For those that have the eyes, the real eyes, like what are we doing? And this is the type of awareness that I'm talking about. Instead of going back and forth on the platform and being mad and all of this different stuff, there is light that needs to be spread. We need to understand the times we playing in. You telling people to vote for what?
What is he talking about? I don't recall that. And people that walk with his platform, that some of you in my chat don't recall Ringo saying that. This dude is just saying anything at this point.
Like, you don't know by now that don't mean nothing? Look at the actual Simpsons episode of Trump being the president. That's not made up. Look up the original series.
You act like Ringo don't know about these episodes. Dude, you losing your brain cell. Well, you don't have a brain cell. The point is, let's continue.
Check this series and ask yourself, how did that same depiction happen 10 years later? And what was the symbolism behind the lady dropping the vote card? The reason why the lady dropped the vote card, the voter registration card, because that's symbolic for it don't mean nothing. It's a placebo effect to make you think you ain't doing nothing. So when you're wearing a cap, are you actually playing the fool or being the fool? With all due respect, I propose that question. Are you being a fool or playing a fool?
So he's trying to say Nubreed is mature. Oh my gosh. Oh man. I'm telling you, this entity, man. He don't get it. Let's continue.
Because if you're playing a fool, then you know this already. And if you don't know this, then you are being a fool. It's like where have you been? Have you been paying attention? Why don't you know these things?
Look, you need to correct your man and stop worrying about what Ringo is doing. because it's affecting you. Your man's is out here looking bad. You need to go tell him what he needs to correct and repent, because he's not listening.
Why don't you know about? Because you have to put these together. Life is parables, and you got to put it together and not be so simple. Oh, because Ringo is wearing a Trump hat, that he supports Trump and that he supports everything that Trump does. Oh, because Nubreed have a couple of weirdos putting up the pyramid sign.
He said they weirdos. He said they weirdos. That came out of his mouth, not my mouth. I know they weirdos. However, listen again.
Life is parables, and you got to put it together and not be so simple. Oh, because Ringo is wearing a Trump hat, that he supports Trump and that he supports everything that Trump does. Oh, because Nubreed have a couple of weirdos putting up the pyramid sign, that he...
Yeah, they are weirdos. Just like you.
That he must be that too. Oh, Christ was eating with thieves and liars. He must be that too.
He didn't say Christ was in sin. Oh my goodness. I'm telling you. Let's continue.
Oh, Matthew was a tax collector. He worked for the government. So he must have been part of the Roman Empire. No, he walked with Christ. Yeah, he was there in the empire collecting taxes, keeping everything to a T, but when Christ said, let's go, he went. That was it. His allegiance wasn't to them. So let's not be simple and just simply say things like, oh, he's affiliated, or he's defending him. He's defending him. Everybody's defending somebody. Everybody can say the same thing. People can say you're defending Trump. This is just what I would consider brotherly talk, bro. Because I'm never going to be offended by anything you say from this point on. I'm going to make sure of that. That's why I will not watch the video. I'm not going to allow myself to be offended. I watch your videos, but I'm not going to watch that video. I don't feel like it. Maybe I'll watch it later on. Maybe I'll watch it next week. Maybe who knows? Maybe God will put it in my heart to watch the video. But
when they over-exaggerate, you already know what it is. Over-exaggeration. They tell on themselves. Let's go.
when I seen it, I said, I'm not going to watch that. I'm not going to watch that. Because I ain't where I want to be yet. So if I know that I can still turn and transform, I'm going to not subject myself to it.
He's not where he wants to be at. He got that from me. That's my talking point. Let's continue.
But we got to grow up. We got to grow up, man. It's 2025. It's time to grow up. It's time to like literally grow up. Like as a people, we have to collectively grow up. You recently did a video, which was an awesome video, talking about the Black Wall Street, which was just in the early 1920s, man. You know, Silicon Valley and Central Park before they covered Silicon Valley with Central Park. You know, these are the things we need to talk about. We need to collectively come back together. You know, you make some awesome videos. But the Nubreed feuds and going back and forth.
You don't support Ringo's platform. Epic. You never supported Ringo on the Cash App. You never supported Ringo in real time. You have no business of saying what he needs to do on his platform when you don't support. This is the thing. This is what I'm going to say, y'all. That's like people that come in my chat. Tell me what to say in my chat. Tell me what to talk about. Yet they never supported my platform. They never hit the Cash App. They never hit the Venmo. They never encouraged me to do better because I want to see them do better. So what's the point of me listening to people that it's not on point? Epic, you never did this, but you sure enough supported Nubreed behind the scenes. Let's go.
Even if you 100% right. You know, again, in the book of Matthew, Christ was asked sarcastically, how many times am I supposed to forgive my brother? 7? Because the consensus for forgiveness would have been 3 times at that time. So he called himself being sarcastic, asking Christ, how many times am I supposed to forgive my brother? 7? And Christ said, no, 77. Meaning you don't stop. There's no justification for you to, just because you write, right? Not just because you write, but in general, just because you write, don't make you write how you go about things.
Here we go with that control mechanism. Here we go with that control mechanism. CD4 DOTV. All right. Send me a message. Send me a message. We got to let me know a week ahead of time. A week ahead of time. Send me a message. A week ahead of time, we could do it. What's up, Running Up 360? Make sure you double tap the like button on your way in and subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel. All right, let's go.
Somebody could be a crackhead, and you could be like, yo, you a crackhead. And you could be right, but does it make you right to be humiliating somebody like, yo, you a crackhead?
You see, he's disrespecting. He's disrespecting. I don't like that. Disrespect again. This guy is disrespecting. Because we know that Ringo shared with us that his moms used to be taking those type of drugs. And she got herself together before, she had the cancer, and, he loved his mom. So now he's talking about, why are you mentioning that? Because, look, at the end of the day, man, you tell them on yourself, man. Y'all can't stand Ringo for whatever reason. It's just obvious. Let's continue.
Because God won't do that. Christ would not do that. Humbly, he would help. He wouldn't make fun of you. He wouldn't say, oh, because you're hungry. In one of your videos, you...
No, you're not telling on Nubreed. You're telling Ringo what to do. Why you're not telling Nubreed what to do? That's why I can't take you serious.
Said, nah, I'm eating my chips. I'm hungry. Y'all gonna be hungry. Y'all deserve it. It's like, do you really read the Bible? Because what did Christ say to the people on the day of resurrection? He said, when I was hungry, you fed me not. When I was thirsty, you didn't give me anything to drink. When I was lonely.
You haven't given nobody, you have not supported. You supported Nubreed's platform. You supported that sinners platform. And the same scriptures tell you not to support sinners. Not to support people that's moving incorrectly. One thing about me, I support platforms that's on point. In the past, I have supported platforms that disrespect me. In the past, I have supported platforms that disrespected me. That's why I don't support those platforms. I don't even talk about those platforms. And a lot of them don't even have a platform no more. People that know me know I support a lot of content creators. And some have supported me back here and there, which is good. Which is good. If I support a content creator, I don't expect them to support me right away. Yet, in due time, they should support the platform because I supported them. If you say you watch Ringo's video, you never supported Ringo, not once. Yet you support a man that is still out here doing things that he's not supposed to do. Let's continue. That says not about you, Epic. Let's go.
Only you didn't visit me. And they say, Christ, when will you any of these things? He said, the least of my believers, if you'd have done that for them, you would have done that for me. If you see a brother, even if you feel a brother or know a brother is in the wrong, you put it into the light. What happened with Noah? What did his kids do? I'm saying that, no, I'm saying it right. What happened to Noah? What did his kids do? His sons made fun of his nakedness, right? And then they exposed it. They publicized it. And that's what the Bible highlighted. So even if you feel your brother has nakedness, not even if it's in the flesh, but if it's a revelation of something that is wrong, indecent, something that represents, you know what I'm saying, out of character, who are you to go and broadcast it? Christ.
No. He broadcast my situation, Epic, with old girl. Then he broadcast Ringo's behind the scenes messages on Instagram. And then he did Brainwaves Dirty. So before you talk about what Ringo you saying is doing wrong, which he's not, because he has repented. Ringo has repented. Brainwaves have repented. I have repented. You that support that dude have not repented. Let's continue.
It's all about forgiveness. Christ is not going to broadcast your mistake. These are the things that you're going to have to do.
Christ is going to broadcast our wrongs and rights with God. What are you talking about? Oh my goodness. Oh man, he just lied on Christ. Listen again, y'all.
They publicized it, and that's what the Bible highlighted. So even if you feel your brother has nakedness, not even if it's in the flesh, but if it's a revelation of something that is wrong, indecent, something that represents, you know what I'm saying, out of character, who are you to go and broadcast it? Christ is all about forgiveness. Christ is not going to broadcast your mistake. These are the things that you're going to have to deal with. People.
That's a lie. You lied on Christ. You speaking blasphemy right now. Oh my goodness. Let's go.
Think that by being right justifies they wrong. You wrong when you are going about things in a hypocritical way. You're wrong when you're going about things the wrong way. Hypocritical way means who's defending you? You're wearing a Trump hat.
I tell you, Epic, you know Ringo got that video of you having a Trump hat on, right? I don't know why you telling on yourself. Why are you telling on yourself? I saw you with that Trump hat on. Man. Yeah, I said that earlier. You're right. Y'all make sure y'all go check out his channel too. Check out if I have a moderator in here, if the moderator could do me a favor, put this brother's channel in the chat so people could go subscribe to his channel. Go check out his channel because he talks about the teachings of the Bible, amongst other things, life lessons. So if y'all want to go check out his channel, any moderators in the building, put his channel in there. I appreciate it. Thank you. All right, let's continue.
Make America great again. You're supporting his words. Those are not the words of God. Those are not the words of Christ.
Wow, he's trying to say that's not the words of God. That's not the words of Christ. And another time we'll get the scriptures to debunk what he's saying. Let's continue.
Those are not the words of Abraham, Isaiah, Jacob. No one.
It's Isaac, not Isaiah. Abraham, Isaac. See, you got the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, the God of Jacob, not the God of Isaiah. Watch what he says. Listen.
Make America great again. You're supporting his words. Those are not the words of God. Those are not the words of Christ. Those are not the words of Abraham, Isaiah, Jacob. No one. Those are hateful words. Because God didn't make America, he made the world. To say make America great again is a selfish thing.
He said that's a selfish thing. Oh my goodness.
God created the world, not America. America, God considers America to be spiritual Babylon. A dwelling place for every demon, a hole for every foul soul.
Meaning you. You're talking about yourself.
There ain't no making it great again. You going against the grain. These things must happen. Fear them not. So anybody that's trying to make this place great again is lying to you. And of course, the devil is a lie. They had the eyes, did they see?
You see what he did at the end? He sneaked this Ringo saying that Ringo is going to hell. He's saying Ringo's the devil at the end, y'all. Oh my gosh, I'm telling you. I appreciate everyone for tuning in to the show. Hey, if you digging the content, if you really, really digging the content, support the work via Cash App. If you got the Venmo, support the Venmo. I appreciate y'all. I'm going to get on out of here. You know, I don't have any mod to come in the chat. Let me put his link in the chat. I thought I had a mod in here. They must be busy. Let me get this man's channel right now and do it myself. I thought I had a mod. Let me do that right now. I see you got over 3,000 subscribers. Congratulations, RingoTv. Congratulations on getting 3,000 subscribers. You finally got there. Let me do this real quick. Okay, I got it. I see you finally got there, man. That's his channel, y'all. You know, when you rewatch the replay, you'll be able to click onto the link. Look, I'm going to get on out of here. Thank you all for tuning in. I don't think I got any support today. Let me see if I did. Let me check my Venmo. Anybody's supported the Venmo? Okay, nobody supported the platform today. All right. If y'all happen to support the platform after the show, I send you an emoji. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for viewing. Let me get on out of here. Take care of my business, what I got to do. The car show. For those who want to know about the car show, something happened last night in Orlando. They had a lot of police out. The YNs was acting a fool. So the car show was only for 20 minutes. I didn't get to they saying that another one, the next car show is November 27th. Hold on, let me make sure. The car show, I guess, is next week. Let me see. Okay, it's in Kissimmee. Okay, so it is going to be in Kissimmee. They had one yesterday and something went down and the officers came in not playing. People, the YNs messed it up. So it's unfortunate. I couldn't get no footage. Boozy and them is here tonight. Now, I could have went to the event at the Kia Center. However, I had so much responsibilities I had to take care of. That's why I was asking for the major support. If somebody would have had it, I would have went to the concert with Young Jeezy Pals, Little Boozy, and I would have got the invite probably to the car show. We all got responsibilities. I get it. We all got responsibilities. I know it's towards the end of the month, so I know everybody got bills to pay. You know, it would have been nice if somebody who really wanted to do it from the heart wanted me to get involved. You know, it would have happened. I had to take care of my own responsibility just like everybody else do. So I get it. So hey, it is what it is. We'll see what happens later on. You know, the birthday's around the corner soon. So we'll see how that goes. So with that said, y'all, thank you all for tuning into the show. Floridian Rollo signing off. I'll talk with you soon. Peace.